of all, welcome to where the honey is not so sweet and the tea is very full of heat. And tonight I have Penny 2 Cents YouTube. And let me tell you, I'm so excited about this video. And as you can tell, I'm in a new location tonight. We had some little difficulties,
We
so it's actually pretty serene here. This is gonna be a good
pretty.
spot for us, yeah,
It
to
is
do
pretty.
this. Yeah. Um
Yep.
so, so Penny, let me go ahead and introduce Penny to you guys. Penny 2 Cents does a YouTube video. I will make sure to link her videos to in our her bio and everything in our comments here. But she and her father does reviews. They started in their card. I'm gonna let her talk in a minute and give a little history on how they got started. I think it's the most
Mm-hmm.
interesting story ever. And
Yep.
she does a lot of games here in the VR. The VR fishing is one of those. Glad to see her back in there fishing. So, Penny, 2 Cents, if you would like to go ahead and tell a little bit about how you and your dad, first of all, got started on doing the reviews for the YouTube.
Okay. First off, I want to say thank you so much, sweetest honey, for contacting with me, and we have had some great conversations, and then asking me to do this interview. I want to say that first off, I applaud you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Okay.
So we moved in together, and I was working a full-time job, and he was still able to do a lot of things on his own. He still had some vision, so he was able to do a lot of things on his own. Make some sandwiches, watch himself. I worked, blah, blah, blah. Then it became where it was even less vision. And I decided to start a YouTube channel, but I was going to do it as a caregiver like diary.
Mhm.
And it was mostly just me going to be talking on the channel, saying this is what we go through, this is what we do, this is things that, to expect if you decide to be a caregiver for a family member or an elderly person. Okay. And I noticed that wasn't I was running out of like things to even do because I wanted him to be involved.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, what can me and him do that we do every day? Because I wanted an everyday video or very frequent videos to do. What do we do that we have in common? We eat every day. Okay. We make lunch or we buy a lunch. We go out for a lunch. We eat every day and supper, whatever. I seen these people doing YouTube food videos, reviews on YouTube. I'm like, we could do that. We can do that. I'm I'm not thinking we're going to be great at it, but I'm thinking we can do it. I didn't
Mhm.
think we was going to get a lot of followers. I didn't think it was going to progress to what it has, but it has. We have gotten our crew, our followers, who I call the Penny Pinchers crew, up to 10,000
That's
subscribers now,
amazing.
and
I think that's simply amazing.
we are super blessed with all of these great followers. And we just do our thing. I cook. I show some cooking videos, recipes. Sometimes I just talk through the recipes. Dad will taste test them. He'll rate them 1 through 10, and we just be ourselves. There's no, we're not actors. We're just everyday Joe Schmo putting out YouTube videos and keeping it real with everybody.
And the one thing that I was telling Penny a while ago that I really respected about a lot of her videos is you can tell many of them is not edited. So what you see is real. I mean, this is real life. This is what she has to go through, you know.
Let's rewind about 4 years. My dad was losing his sight. My stepmom had passed away. My dad was losing his sight, and he has macular degeneration. It's a progressive vision loss. And I was driving. I lived 2 hours away from him, so I was driving 2 hours one way to go help him grocery shop, get him set up, and then I
Wow.
would drive home. Long days. It was long days. I was doing that during a full-time job. Okay. So fast forward a little bit, it got a little bit dangerous for him to live on his own. So I talked him into us moving into a two-bedroom apartment together that was handicap accessible. No stairs, walk-in shower. Things happen for a reason is the way I always figure it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um I talked him into moving in with me because he was having the vision loss and I wanted him to be safe and I didn't feel like he was safe living alone. So we moved in together. A year after we moved in, my full-time job closed their doors. They shut up shop. I did digital printing for 30 years. And they shut up shop. The blessings of everybody from YouTube. Had already started YouTube, so I was already starting to make a little bit of money on it. Not a lot, but a little bit. So when my doors shut at my shop, I was like, "Oh, we really gotta. This is gonna
Put
be
this
my
interest.
income to stay home with my dad. Is doing our channel."
So one thing I do want to talk about though is the I know this from experience for being a food influencer myself and handling the
Mhm.
food reviews side of it. It is not cheap, folks. It is
No,
not cheap at all,
no,
especially
it is.
when you're door dashing it in, having it delivered, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you don't mind, I would like to have this
Okay,
small little discussion on just so that people know. I know that they do the funding through sometimes to pay through YouTube or stuff.
right, right.
However, can you explain that sometimes how that is portioned out to you? Um, because I want to make sure you're getting as much of the funds as possible to help for your food reviews.
Right. Okay. So there's I where do I start? Okay. Sometimes people just watching us and supporting us every day, that does help pay for because we get
Mhm.
paid for the ads that they all watch on YouTube. Okay. A few pennies on the dollar. I'm not saying that is but we get a few pennies on the dollars of ads they see. Okay. And then we have had been we have had very generous penny pinchers crew who have sent us stuff through PO box. I always have a PO box listing my address underneath where they can send us gift cards and stuff to buy dinners and whatnot. And they've sent us cards and drawings, which is great. Thank you for everybody that does that. But if they donate through YouTube, like the super thanks and the super chat donations, the YouTuber creator only gets like 60% or 50% of that money. So
Yeah.
if somebody donates $20, only like $10 of that is coming to us. The other 10 is going straight to YouTube. That's how YouTube makes their
And,
money.
right. And we're not saying that we're not appreciative of those donations that come through.
No, oh,
However,
no.
but at the same time, if you're wanting to fully support Penny and George, her dad, make sure
Mhm.
that there is a way that you can fully support them. And also, very important, and she said this last night, and I'm hearing it also, when you're wanting to support somebody to make sure you're hitting those likes. Make sure you comment, just say, hey, 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 or
Yep,
something like that. Because when you do that, it sends those videos out to more people, which can give more subscribers and can
right.
initially, because like I said, this is not cheap at all. So it's just really important that I wanted to kind of iterate that just a little bit there. Now, going into, if you
It,
don't mind, go
uh,
ahead.
the free support is great. Just watching us every day, because like I said, we put out a video every day. We are now taking Mondays off, but we have over 1,000 videos for anybody to watch
You
on
are messing
Mondays.
me up on Mondays. Do you know I literally set my clock to 12 o'clock well, I call it 12 o'clock my time, 1 o'clock your time. And then on Monday, I'm like, ugh, there's not a video. Okay, you know.
Yeah, go back and watch the other 1,000 that we got from 3 years. We've been doing this for 3 years, guys. 3 years.
So,
But the easiest way is to watch us and that. But like Honey was saying, I wanted to add one more thing on there. Um, Donations are great. Like I said, we have a PO box, but we also have a PayPal donations thing that I always have under our videos, and a Venmo donations thing that has under our videos. Now, I'm not asking and I'm not begging for anybody to do any of those things, but if you want to fully support us, those donations or gift cards sent to our PO box, we get the full amount. What's sent through YouTube, such as the super chats and super thanks donations, YouTube is getting about half of that money.
I like to
So
be transparent about
I
that stuff.
want
So.
you to, yeah, I want everybody to know where their money is going to if that's what they're doing with what they want to do with. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So that thank you everybody that's ever donated or supported us in any single way. We truly love you.
So now to the fun part of all of this, and we can kind of get her perspective in this way. I came across her one day while I was fishing, and I like to, sometimes be in a room by myself watching YouTube. And then I had been watching a couple of their videos when Penny started mentioning, like, yeah, I have a hobby and I like to VR fish. And I'm like, she's like, I wear this Oculus thing, and I'm screaming at the TV, the YouTube, shut up! I'm fishing! Me! Right here! Me! So, um, so I know that you do the VR fishing.
Hmm.
And then there's a couple other things that you do, games that you do
Yeah.
play in there. How does the Oculus VR help you with, is it like your like your husa kind of
It's
peaceful?
exactly. It's my me time. When you decide to be a caregiver for your elderly loved one, whoever, you need to have me time. And
Mhm.
right now, I'm here full time with my father, and he has his own time. He listens to audiobooks, and I had to find something that was me time, but I'm a very social person. So I'm a very social person. So I had to find something. I can't just leave him because we're dealing with vision loss and we're also dealing with dementia. So I can't just leave him and go away for 5 hours and come back and be like, I'm home. I have to be here. So I needed something. That's when I started. I had bought a VR headset a long time ago. I did a few things on it when I was living by myself and doing my own thing. And I used it from time to time, but not on a regular basis. But now, on a regular basis, a little time each day, either do VR fishing or I do puzzling paradise or puzzle paradise, where it's just you're doing jigsaw puzzles with multiple people, which
Mhm.
Sweetest Honey has joined me on that.
Mhm.
And I've also do puzzling places, which is a 3D
I love puzzling
puzzle.
places.
It's a great app to buy, and I do that. Those are kind of my three things that I can't spend a lot of time, but some time is considered my time. I talk to people in fishing. I've gained a lot of good friends. I talk to people in Puzzle Paradise. And now I'm puzzling places. You can invite one person to do a puzzle with you
Yeah,
too. So
it's
one of my good
multiplayer.
buddies
Yeah,
that I have met from Maine, Monique. Me and her do the puzzling places and put puzzles together. So it's my time, it's my escape, it's my relaxation, it's my extra hobby to me, is
I
what I
can,
use it as.
it has to be super hard to, you're giving up a moment of your life to be able to take
Yes.
care of your parent. And that's literally
Yeah,
because you're there all the time with them, especially
correct.
when it's a parent going through dementia or anything of that nature. You have to be there full time. So I commend you
Correct.
for that. So much going on that
Yeah.
it would blow people's minds. And I no, my YouTube channel is for fun. I have a good time doing it.
Well,
So,
Horizon Worlds is a great place though. If you're stuck at home for with any disability,
oh,
or if you're stuck at home, like in my case, and you're here and you can't go out and socialize as much anymore, there's so many worlds on Horizon Worlds. It's free. People make these. One thing that does scare me about the VR, and I really want to touch base on this, is it's near and dear to my heart. There are a lot of kids on VR headsets. There are. And I think a lot of the moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas buy the VR headsets for their kids.
and don't realize what's going
And
on.
I just want people to know, if you're buying it for your grandkids, your kids, whatever, just know that they should be monitored. Your kids should be monitored when they're on these headsets because they can talk to anybody. And I'm not trying to scare you away. I just want you to be aware
I'm
of
glad you're talking
the
about that.
things that they can get into.
And it's not only that. Sometimes the kids like to share a lot of information that possibly they shouldn't be sharing.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.